on our list, we're moving down to the Sacramento Kings. Go ahead, Angelo.
So, I know you've been the biggest King proponent
Mm-hmm.
in the last few years, and
Mm-hmm.
I've tried to put water on that fire
Mm-hmm.
as much as
Go
possible.
ahead. Go ahead.
I cannot deny how good they've been, at least so
There it
far
is.
this point of the season.
There it
I
is.
did not expect them to be a top 3 seed in the West. I expected them to be closer to where the Thunder or Spurs are now than where they are actually right now. I have to give them the A, as much as it pains my soul.
Yeah, I've been on the Kings bandwagon for at least a year and a half, probably closer to 2 years. I've always been a fan of De'Aaron Fox, but ever since I don't even know when it was. It was like a switch flipped and this team just started running, and the pace has been insane. The They haven't made the playoffs in just under 20 years. I think it's 2005 was the last time they were in there.
Yep.
Um, I don't think they're a contender in any stretch of the imagination, and that's not what I'm on the bandwagon for. I'm on the bandwagon to end the drought. And barring something happening, I don't see them missing out on the playoffs this year, and I'm excited to see some Kings playoff basketball. Um, I think the biggest surprise for me has been how Kevin Huerter has fit into the system. I liked him in Atlanta, but it seems like him and Sabonis have really evolved into this pick and roll game, and it's working really well. So it's not just the De'Aaron Fox show like it had been. And I think the clutch player award is this year, and De'Aaron should be in the running for that. Having Sabonis, who is Jokic light on the floor, yes, they're bottom 5 in defense. I get that, but it's just they're playing offense by outrunning they're playing defense by outrunning their opponents on offense and just daring them to try to score more than them. So I'm excited for this team. They're honestly my favorite team to watch of the last few years.
I'm surprised you didn't have the guy you coined as Mr. Clutch as your clutch player of the year.
Okay, for the record, I never coined him as Mr. Clutch. That was you saying I coined him as Mr. Clutch. I was just pointing out his clutch metrics, which I can point out De'Aaron's, which are comparable or even better.
Okay.
But um, yeah, so I give him an A plus. I don't know like where I necessarily expected them to be, but it's definitely not the 3 seed.
No, definitely wasn't for me.
To the
Okay.
Pelicans. Angelo